Chosen one, what you are about to hear is not just another message passing through your day. This is a divine interruption. If my voice has reached you in this exact moment, understand this clearly. It is not an accident. You were not led here by chance, timing, or curiosity. God Himself has positioned you here right now because something powerful is beginning to unfold in your life. A door is opening. A light is breaking through. What has been hidden is about to be revealed, and what has been delayed is preparing to move. Listen closely. This moment carries weight. What you are hearing is connected to your destiny, and it is calling you to wake up. Heaven has been whispering your name long before you realized it. Through the waiting, the warfare, the restless nights where your spirit stayed awake, even when your body was exhausted, a summons has been moving toward you. There comes a point where silence can no longer hold what is being prepared, and that moment has arrived. God is saying, I can no longer wait. You must know what is approaching. When this truth reaches you, it will not land softly. It will shake you awake. It will stretch your faith beyond familiar limits, because what is coming does not fit into ordinary patterns or past experiences. This is not a slow unfolding. This is acceleration. A sudden shift that defies logic, timing, and expectation. The kind of blessing, breakthrough, and reversal that moves so swiftly it leaves no room for explanation. One moment you are standing in the tension of delay, and the next, the ground beneath you changes. Even those who watched you struggle, doubted your calling, or quietly opposed your rise will be forced to pause and wonder how it happened so quickly. Not because you fought harder, but because the moment of release finally aligned with who you truly are. Something has been set in motion, and it is moving toward you now. This is not motivation meant to lift you for a moment. This is prophetic alignment settling into place. What you once wept over in secret, what you fasted for when no one saw, what you believed had slipped beyond recovery, God says, I am resurrecting them before your eyes. Not later, not in theory, in real time. What was buried is responding to His voice, just as Lazarus did when life called him out of the grave. You are crossing a threshold now, moving from asking to inhabiting, from reaching toward it to standing inside it, from hope deferred to fulfillment, taking shape in your hands. But listen closely. Before this release fully enters your life, something within you must align. Expansion requires readiness. New wine demands a vessel that can carry weight, clarity, and responsibility. You are being shifted from preparation into embodiment, from intercession into movement, from waiting on the promise to becoming the evidence of it. This moment is not random, and it is not light. What is coming is real, and you must be ready to walk forward as the one who was always meant to carry it. When God moves with this kind of force, nothing around you stays untouched. The ground shifts, atmospheres change. People, places, and connections begin to respond to the weight of what is coming into your life. Some will feel uneasy without knowing why. Others will quietly fall away. Not everyone can stand beside you when increase arrives, because favor carries pressure. This new season will act like a refining fire. It will reveal what is genuine and what was only familiar, who was aligned with your calling, and who merely benefited from your waiting. What once felt stable will be tested, not to harm you, but to clear the path ahead. This is the moment of purification before movement. Just as Gideon's army was reduced before victory, what surrounds you is being narrowed so that what comes next cannot be confused with chance or human effort. Pay attention to what is leaving without resistance. That release is making room. The shaking you feel is not loss. It is alignment. Stay present in this moment. Something is drawing you in, not by emotion, but by recognition. Your spirit knows this voice. Destiny is calling you by name, and it is persistent. What is unfolding now is not distant or symbolic. It is close enough to touch. A sudden shift is forming beneath the surface, like the moment before the Jordan parted. When it happens, it will feel swift, undeniable, and irreversible. You will look back on this instant and realize you were being warned, prepared, and invited all at once. Can you sense it? That deep stirring that bypasses logic and settles in your chest. That quiet intensity that tells you something irreversible is approaching. This is not an ordinary pause in your day. This is a charged moment. God is speaking directly into your becoming, and there is urgency in his voice. What he is about to unveil carries power, clarity, and consequence. Let it reach you. Let it awaken you. What comes next is meant to change everything. This is a word carrying enough weight to rearrange your entire reality. The heavens are positioning themselves over you, and a divine shockwave is forming, ready to break into your life without warning. You were not overlooked. You were selected, and now the impossible is being rewritten as your new standard. For a long time, you endured the quiet seasons, carrying hope in places no one else could see, wondering if the promise would ever move from waiting into fulfillment. But now, alignment is happening at every level. What you are standing in is not the climax. It is the opening surge. This is the beginning of an avalanche of blessings, one release triggering another, momentum building faster than you can prepare for. Like oil pouring over Aaron's head and running down without restraint. What God has prepared will not arrive in fragments. It will come in fullness. What is unfolding was never meant to be explained with words or contained by expectation. What you once imagined is about to take form in ways that expand your capacity to receive. You will look at what manifests and realize it surpassed every version you hoped for. The future you sensed from a distance is moving toward you now with force. Prepare yourself, chosen one. Grace is about to exceed your limits. Can you feel the anticipation rising within you? This is not a minor adjustment. This is the announcement that changes everything. A divine shift is lifting you into a realm where possibility multiplies, and what comes next will redefine what you believe is possible. Every struggle you endured, every unseen battle you survived, every season where waiting felt heavier than movement has been converging toward this exact moment. Nothing was wasted, nothing was random. And now, the timing has shifted in your favor. This is not merely an update or a gentle notification. This is a clarion call echoing from heaven itself. God has marked every tear you tried to hide, heard every prayer you whispered when words felt fragile, and watched over each step of your journey with unwavering attention. He knows the longings buried deep in your heart, even the ones you stopped speaking out loud. What is coming will give form to those desires, turning what once lived only in faith into something you can touch and walk in. This shift is not a small adjustment or a temporary change. It is a transformation, the kind that lifts you beyond former limits and places you where you once only dared to imagine yourself. Just as Esther was positioned for such a time as this, unseen forces are aligning around you now. Destiny is moving with intention, and all of heaven is leaning in, ready to carry you into the space of your greatest breakthrough. Are you prepared to step into a reality where limitations dissolve and possibility becomes your atmosphere? Where doors that once resisted you now stand open without effort? Where barriers collapse and the dreams you carried from afar suddenly stand within reach? The divine shift is not approaching someday. It is arriving now. Your life is being summoned into motion, and what comes next will rewrite everything you thought was fixed. This is not a gentle transition. This is acceleration. Brace yourself, because the scale of transformation ahead defies familiarity. What is about to unfold will stretch your capacity to comprehend your own life. Think of the most radical change you have ever survived, then understand this goes far beyond it. Just as Saul became Paul in a single encounter, identity, direction, and destiny are about to realign at once. You will witness moments so unexpected, so precise, that awe will silence your questions. You will look around and realize this is no longer a vision. This is your reality. This will not arrive in small improvements or scattered progress. It will come as an eruption, an explosion of blessings released in succession, one breakthrough igniting the next. Old limitations will shatter on impact. What once demanded effort will begin to flow. What felt unreachable will respond to your presence. God is moving on your behalf with a force that leaves no room for doubt, and you will stand stunned by the magnitude of His goodness. This is the moment you have been moving toward, even when you did not know its name. Do not let fear slow what faith has already set in motion. Divine timing is not late, it is precise. What is about to unfold will carry joy, abundance, and peace beyond anything you allowed yourself to expect. For years, you waited. You endured the silence. You held on through the delay, believing that one day, everything would change. That day has arrived. The breakthrough you sensed from a distance is here now. What is coming will exceed every story you told yourself about how it might happen. The prayers whispered in the dark, the dreams guarded in your heart, are about to ignite into reality with breathtaking clarity, like light breaking across the sky after a long night. This is not just another shift. This is the shift. God is orchestrating a season of rapid movement and undeniable favor. What you once hoped for separately is converging all at once. Doors long shut are opening without resistance. Blessings are pouring in with a force that feels overwhelming, yet perfectly timed. The curtain is lifting. A new world is being revealed, one where miracles feel natural and alignment feels effortless. This is happening now. You are standing at the threshold of your breakthrough. What comes next will redefine your destiny. The ground beneath you is about to move. This is not a small change. This is the moment everything turns. What is coming is a divine earthquake, a holy shaking that will ripple through every layer of your life. Nothing that confined you will remain standing. The walls you leaned against, the fears that whispered restraint, the doubts that followed you through the years are about to collapse under a force greater than resistance. For a long time, you carried invisible limits that told you it was too late, that your reach was smaller than your calling. Those voices are losing their authority now. Hear this clearly. It is not too late. This is your time, and it only takes one divine movement to change everything. Doors once sealed without explanation are about to open without effort. You are being lifted from survival into overflow, from endurance into victory. Just as the prison doors opened for Paul and Silas at midnight, the ground beneath you is about to tremble. What felt immovable will respond to the hand of God moving on your behalf. The very foundation you have stood on is being transformed. Limits that once defined your identity are being erased. Your future is no longer narrow or restricted. It is wide, open, and charged with momentum. You are stepping into a season of unstoppable expansion. The moment you have been waiting for is not approaching. It is unfolding now. And what is emerging carries the mark of the miraculous. What once seemed unreachable is about to happen suddenly. God is moving you from prolonged waiting into instant manifestation. Events ahead may look like coincidence, but they are not random. They are divine appointments, perfectly timed intersections aligning with precision. You will notice things falling into place without strain, connections forming without effort, answers arriving before questions fully form. What once required years will now happen in moments. Destiny is accelerating. The miracles ahead will stretch your understanding of what is possible. The winds of change are blowing in your favor, and as everything begins to shift, you will recognize the beauty of perfect timing. The movement has already begun. Prepare yourself to receive what you once only imagined. At times it feels almost impossible to believe, doesn't it, that what you prayed for, dreamed about, and carried quietly could actually come alive. Yet, this is exactly how God moves. What once felt distant, unrealistic, or unreachable is about to take shape in ways that defy expectation. He specializes in the impossible, turning dry bones into living armies, turning absence into abundance. Every desire you protected in your heart, every dream you refused to let die, is stirring now. Whether it is breakthrough, restoration, provision, healing, or reconciliation. What seemed out of reach is being pulled into reality. When it unfolds, it will feel sudden, breathtaking, and undeniable. You will look back in wonder at how swiftly everything aligned. So, whatever has been weighing on you, whatever hope you have guarded through delay, understand this. This is the season for manifestation. Doubt no longer belongs here. The impossible is being made possible right now, and what is coming is already closer than you think. Before we fully enter this prophetic stream, pause for a moment. Not for vanity, not for numbers, but as a prophetic act of agreement. I'm asking you to do 3 simple things, actions that may look ordinary but carry spiritual weight. First, like this message. Each like is more than support. It helps this word reach those who are awakening right now, those whose breakthrough has already begun. Second, subscribe and stand with us, not just to a channel, but to a growing prophetic community. As we're aiming for 5,000 subscribers, your connection helps raise voices of faith and ensures these messages continue reaching the ones they're meant for. Third, take a moment to write 999 or 777 inches, the comments, and share your city and where you're listening from. Let this be a quiet but powerful sign between you and God, a declaration of fulfillment, alignment, and divine transformation. Lord, I am ready. I agree. Let your plan be accomplished in my life. And to those who feel led to support this ministry through prayer, comments, or by using the Super Thanks feature, understand this. You are not simply giving. You are collaborating with us in this sacred mission. Your support is not random. It is consent. It is your yes in the Holy Spirit. Amen. You have been sitting in the waiting room far longer than you ever expected. You endured delays that tested your patience, setbacks that challenged your belief, and frustrations that made you question whether your breakthrough would ever arrive. But listen to me now with your full attention, because something has shifted. Your season of delay has ended. What opens next is a season of instant blessing. Sudden breakthroughs are preparing to move you forward faster than logic can explain. God is moving with such intensity that what once required years of endurance will now unfold in moments. What felt distant, almost unreachable, is about to become your lived reality in the blink of an eye. The timeline is collapsing. The weight is giving way to motion. You are stepping into divine acceleration. Watch how quickly things begin to align. Paths will clear. Answers will appear. The breakthroughs you carried quietly are about to pour into your life like a sudden rain, refreshing places that have been dry for too long. This is the kind of favor where delays transform into divine appointments, where every promise you held onto is no longer postponed but released with precision. God is not rushing. He is intentional. What is coming is not a late response. It is a complete fulfillment. Everything you hoped for, everything you dared to believe for, has been gathering strength. Think of how long you carried the promise. The nights you stayed alert for change. The moments you wondered if anything was happening at all. None of it was unseen. The waiting has reached its conclusion. God is eager to bring every promise to completion. Every tear, every sacrifice, every step of obedience mattered. You were being prepared, strengthened, refined. Faithfulness has shaped you, and now reward is responding. What was spoken over your life will no longer linger unfulfilled or delayed. This is the moment. Answers are arriving in ways that will leave you silent with wonder. What once felt impossible is aligning naturally. You are about to witness the fruit of your endurance. This is a season of receiving. A season where nothing is withheld. What you asked for is being surpassed, and what unfolds next will overwhelm you with goodness. Your life is about to be shaken, not to break you, but to free you. There were moments when everything felt scattered, when pieces of your life seemed misaligned or unfinished, as if nothing quite fit. That sensation was not confusion. It was anticipation. What is coming now is a divine reordering. A supernatural realignment that will change how you see yourself, your path, and your future. The shaking ahead is like a holy wind, sweeping away what never belonged and creating space for what has always been destined to arrive. This is the hour of full transformation. Even if the world around you feels unstable, understand this clearly. The shaking is purposeful. It is not chaos. It is preparation. God is clearing weight, removing restrictions, and reshaping foundations so you can carry what is about to be released. Old limits are dissolving. In their place, new opportunities are emerging, new favor is finding you, and new levels of blessing are opening without resistance. What once felt like constant struggle will begin to make sense. Pieces will fall into place with precision, as if everything was waiting for this exact alignment. The moment has arrived. This is no longer something you hope for from a distance. This is becoming your lived reality. You are stepping into a season where your life is being reset from the inside out. Uncertainty is giving way to clarity. Confusion is being replaced by direction. Purpose is rising with unmistakable force. God is moving in ways that will leave you profoundly changed. You may believe you have seen change before, but this transformation stands apart from anything you have known. Every area of your life is being touched at once. Your work, your relationships, your health, your resources. Nothing is excluded. A radical shift is underway, one that will redefine your future and alter how you recognize yourself. The old version of you cannot remain. It is gently but decisively fading as God reshapes you into someone aligned with your calling. The change will be so deep, so complete, that it may feel like you have stepped into an entirely new reality. Blessings will meet you that you never thought to ask for. Doors will open you didn't know existed. You will walk into a chapter where what you once dreamed about stands directly in front of you, tangible and undeniable. This becomes your new normal. Breakthrough will follow breakthrough. One moment after another will leave you stunned. What once felt distant will become familiar. Awe will replace striving. Wonder will replace waiting. It may feel unreal at times, but this is not imagination. This is the greatest transformation of your life taking form. Prepare yourself for overflow. Every corner of your life is about to be touched by divine provision. Finances, health, relationships, purpose. What once felt heavy will begin to flow. What once required effort will now multiply. Heaven's abundance is being released in ways that exceed expectation, and the season ahead will prove that nothing you endured was in vain. What is unfolding is not a breakthrough in one area alone. It is holistic, complete. God is releasing healing where sickness lingered, restoring what was fractured, and bringing alignment where confusion once ruled. Nothing in your life is being overlooked. This season touches every corner of your world, and you will begin to notice how effortlessly things start to come together. What once felt disjointed will suddenly make sense, as if an unseen hand has been quietly arranging everything for this moment. Now imagine what happens when every part of your life comes into harmony with divine intention. Picture strength returning where there was weakness, provision flowing where there was strain, favor resting where there was resistance. This is not imagination. This is the overflow you are stepping into. The fullness you were promised is no longer theoretical. It is becoming lived experience, and you are being invited to walk inside it fully. For a long time, it may have felt like your moment was always just out of reach. The promises sounded real, yet distant. The waiting stretched on, heavy and exhausting. But hear this clearly now. Your time has arrived. This is your moment. This is the season where blessings are released in ways that will shock you awake. What once felt delayed, denied, or unreachable is now within your grasp, responding to your presence. Miracles are being set in motion around you, not subtle ones, but undeniable ones, the kind that leave you breathless. Breakthroughs in provision, healing in relationships, doors opening where none existed, answers arriving where silence once lived. Everything you carried in hope is being released at once, like a flood that cannot be restrained. The waiting has ended. Fulfillment has begun. This is divine acceleration, and you are stepping into a chapter unlike any you have lived before. Blessings will come so swiftly that you will find yourself looking upward in wonder, asking how it all unfolded so fast. The narrative of your life is being rewritten. What comes next will redefine how you see your past, your present, and your future. Your time has truly come. Look at where you stand right now, then consider where you once dreamed of being. Hold every desire you ever named, success, joy, love, peace, and then lift your expectation higher. What God is about to do will take you beyond even that. This is not about meeting expectations. It is about exceeding them. Because this elevation is not only external, it is internal. Something profound is shifting within you. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. Confidence is replacing hesitation. Authority is rising where fear once lived. Purpose is coming into focus. Every restraint, every barrier that kept you from stepping fully into your calling is being removed. You are being carried into places you once only imagined. Doors are opening that you never thought possible. From this point forward, your life will not be defined by limitation, but by divine possibility. This is the moment where everything turns. The old season has passed, and a new era is unfolding before your eyes. You are stepping into a destiny so vast, so intentional, that words will struggle to contain it. From this moment forward, every step you take carries weight. You are moving into a life marked by meaning, impact, and supernatural favor. Nothing you endured was wasted. God has been shaping you for this unveiling since the very beginning. Every trial, every delay, every moment where doubt pressed in was not a detour, but a pathway guiding you here, to this appointed crossing. You are now standing at the threshold of greatness. Opportunity is no longer hidden behind locked doors. It is opening before you. A new season is unfolding where things begin to work together instead of against you. As you enter this era, expect encounters that feel orchestrated, moments that carry heaven's signature. Miracles, alignments, and divine appointments will no longer feel rare. They will feel natural. Your destiny is beginning to reveal itself in ways that will astonish both you and those who witness your rise. This marks the beginning of the rest of your life. A life so expansive, it will leave you breathless at times. Prepare yourself, because what lies ahead surpasses anything you allowed yourself to imagine. The impossible that once lived at a distance is now closing the gap. God is actively arranging details, shifting circumstances, and positioning people to bring what once felt unimaginable into reality. Every limitation that defined you, every barrier that resisted you, every refusal that once shut you down, is dissolving. Think of the dreams you tucked away because they felt too large. Remember the prayers that echoed without response. Recall the goals that felt beyond reach. None of them were forgotten. God is turning every one of those moments into stepping stones, lifting you higher with each remembered disappointment. What once appeared as a distant vision is now trembling on the edge of manifestation. You are about to witness miracles that cause your heart to race with disbelief. Divine intervention is moving toward you with force, like a rising tide. Doors that remained sealed without explanation are opening suddenly. Opportunities you never anticipated are arriving with precision. Blessings you once believed were impossible are becoming tangible. You will find yourself in awe, not only of what unfolds, but of how creatively and gracefully everything comes together. Prepare yourself. The reality you have known is about to change dramatically. Expect what you could not predict. Make room for what you could not plan. This is your moment. This is your season. This is the appointed time for the impossible to become real. You may have wondered if the waiting, the struggle, and the loss served any purpose at all. Now the path is being revealed. Every missed opportunity, every closed door, every prolonged season of stillness was shaping you for this precise unveiling. The scattered pieces of your life are coming into alignment. Your divine path is sharpening into focus. As you move forward, you will notice moments of perfect timing that defy coincidence. Encounters, places, and opportunities will converge with such accuracy that you will know you have always been guided. Every decision you made in faith, every sacrifice that cost you something, every step taken without certainty has prepared you for this moment. Your inner knowing will sharpen. Clarity will rise. Direction will feel unmistakable, like fog lifting to reveal a breathtaking landscape ahead. You will begin to understand that nothing was delayed. Everything was timed. Trust what has led you here. Embrace this unveiling. Walk boldly into the path now illuminated before you. It may feel new, expansive, and even overwhelming, but it belongs to you. This direction is not accidental, it is yours by divine design. Breakthrough is no longer something you reach for from a distance. It is already in motion, already unfolding, even if your eyes have not caught up yet. The unseen gears of divine favor are turning on your behalf. What once resisted you is loosening. Doors that held firm are preparing to open with ease. Long-standing limits are beginning to fracture, and the things you have carried in prayer are lining up to manifest with unmistakable speed and precision. This is the season where patience finally meets reward. At first, the movement may feel quiet, a message you didn't expect, an opportunity that arrives without warning, a connection that seems to appear out of nowhere. But these are not small things. They are signals, evidence that your breakthrough is already underway. Just as Joseph moved from the prison to the palace in a single day, what has been aligning in secret is now surfacing in real time. God is arranging every detail so that what comes to you does so smoothly and abundantly. Momentum is building now. You will feel it. Opportunities will no longer arrive slowly or sporadically. They will come in waves. Every dimension of your life, personal, professional, spiritual, will begin to synchronize with divine intention. This is no longer about waiting for the right time. The timing has already been set. It is active, intentional, and unstoppable. Remain alert. Keep your heart open. When doors open, step through them without hesitation. Watch closely, because what is already moving behind the scenes is about to become visible. The floodgates of heaven are positioning themselves in your favor. Opportunities that once felt unrealistic are about to rush toward you with a speed and scale you have never experienced before. Faithfulness is about to meet its response. God is preparing to reward what you held onto through delay with abundance, advancement, and access you didn't know existed. What you hoped for, what you believed for when nothing around you confirmed it, is now on its way. These opportunities will not be random. Each one will be aligned with your purpose, carrying the power to shift your life dramatically. Provision, elevation, healing, restoration, and favor with the right people are converging. You will soon witness how every detail is orchestrated for maximum impact. Nothing will be wasted. Nothing will be misplaced. This is divine timing in its purest form. What once felt scattered is beginning to converge. People, places, and moments that seemed unrelated are moving toward alignment. You may find yourself pausing in disbelief, wondering how it all came together so precisely. But this is what happens when God moves with intention. Everything aligns at once. Open yourself to receive. Step fully into what resonates with your calling. What is flowing toward you now carries weight, purpose, and permanence. Blessings are being released without measure, and what you have waited for is arriving to reshape your world forever. Healing is not something you are waiting for anymore. It is already unfolding right now. Divine restoration is moving through your life, touching your body, your mind, and the deepest places of your spirit. The pain you carried quietly, the wounds that shaped your reactions, the burdens that drained your strength are being lifted. In their place, strength is rising, vitality is returning. Peace is settling in where tension once lived. You may not recognize it all at once, but the work has begun. Renewal is moving through every layer of your being. Old memories no longer hold the same power. Past trauma is loosening its grip. Fear that once felt permanent is losing its voice. This is a season of complete restoration, where spirit, soul, and body are being brought back into alignment with divine intention. What was fragmented is being made whole. At first, the change may feel subtle. A calm where anxiety once dominated. Energy returning where exhaustion felt normal. Clarity replacing confusion. These are the early signs. As the restoration continues, momentum will build, wholeness will deepen, peace will expand beyond what you thought was possible. Just as Naaman was healed only after stepping forward in obedience, this process unfolds as you allow it to move freely through you. What is happening now cannot be reversed. Restoration is accelerating. Health, vitality, and strength are no longer distant ideas. They are being established as your new foundation. Blessings tied to this healing will arrive suddenly, unexpectedly, and with overwhelming clarity. At the same time, manifestation is accelerating. What you have carried in your heart for so long is moving into form. God is about to turn your deepest desires into tangible realities faster than you imagined possible. The season of strain has ended. What you asked for is arriving with speed that feels miraculous. These blessings will not simply meet your needs. They will surpass them, surprising you and silencing doubt around you. Opportunities are opening rapidly. Favor is being released. New relationships, financial breakthroughs, and personal victories are arriving with divine precision. This acceleration is not random. It is the response to faith sustained through waiting. Your patience, your endurance, your quiet prayers positioned you for this moment. What you once prayed for were not empty wishes. They were blueprints. Now those blueprints are becoming lived experience. Stay open, stay aware. What seems impossible today is about to become undeniable. Blessings are arriving without delay. Faithfulness has never gone unnoticed. Every moment you trusted when there was no evidence, every sacrifice made without applause, every prayer spoken in the dark is being multiplied. This is the season where waiting becomes reward, where faith takes on physical form. Life tested you. Delays challenged you. Doubt tried to take root. But perseverance anchored you. Now that perseverance is producing fruit. God is honoring your loyalty with abundance that will redefine how you see your life. And the greatest reward is not only what you receive, but who you have become. Stronger, clearer, grounded, resilient. Doors are opening in places you never expected. Relationships are being restored. Provision is flowing. Peace and joy are settling in where uncertainty once ruled. Your faith has unlocked a new season of divine favor. Continue forward with confidence. Trust what is unfolding. Divine timing is exact, and your faith is about to be rewarded in ways that exceed anything you imagined possible. What you survived was never a mistake. The pain, the collapse, the seasons where everything seemed to fall apart were not signs of weakness. They were divine evidence, proof that something powerful was forming within you. You were not crushed because you were fragile. You were pressed because you carried weight. Every trial revealed strength you didn't know you had, and every breaking point marked you as someone trusted with more than comfort. You are still standing because divine power has been moving through you all along. This is not favor meant to soothe you. This is favor meant to activate you. A supernatural force is beginning to move through every area of your life, and it will not allow you to remain small, hidden, or uncertain. When this favor rests on you, walls turn into doors. Lack gives way to opportunity, and effort is met with acceleration. What once resisted, you will now respond. Not because you demanded it, but because you are aligned. This wave is not fleeting. It is a season, a stretch of time marked by abundance, elevation, and precision. As you step into it, watch how people align, timing sharpens, and circumstances rearrange themselves around your obedience. Encounters will no longer feel accidental. Challenges will no longer feel like punishment. Everything will begin to work as part of a larger design, pushing you forward whether you hesitate or not. Favor does not just bless what you do, it transforms who you are. Ordinary steps begin to carry extraordinary consequence. Your work, your resources, your relationships, even your inner life start responding to a higher order. Doors you never knew existed begin to open. Connections form without force. Provision flows without strain. And the more you move, the more momentum builds. At the same time, clarity is rising. Not slowly, suddenly. Confusion is losing its grip. Doubt is fading. The path prepared for you is being illuminated step by step, not all at once, but enough to demand movement. You will stop questioning why things happened the way they did. You will stop circling indecision. Your calling will become unmistakable, not as an idea, but as an inner knowing that refuses to be ignored. This clarity will sharpen your courage. Decisions will come faster. Fear will lose its authority. Every choice will feel guided, intentional, and aligned with something far greater than you. Purpose will no longer feel distant or abstract. It will feel urgent, alive, demanding expression. You will begin to see how every gift, every scar, every lesson was shaping you for impact. Influence you once longed for will come within reach, not for recognition, but for responsibility. Your actions will start to carry weight. Your presence will begin to shift rooms, and you will know, deep within yourself, that you are not here by chance. You are being led, marked, set apart for movement, not maintenance. This is not the end of a story. It is the moment before everything accelerates. A line has been crossed, a threshold opened, and what waits beyond it is already calling your name. Heavenly Father, I stand before you in this charged moment, not by accident, not by chance, but by divine appointment. I acknowledge that you have been leading me through seasons of waiting, pressure, and silent endurance, preparing me for what is now unfolding. I open my spirit fully to your alignment. Remove from me anything that cannot carry the weight of what you are releasing. Cleanse my heart of fear, hesitation, and old limitations that no longer serve your purpose. Lord, I agree with your timing. I surrender my expectations and receive your acceleration. Let every promise spoken over my life come alive with clarity and power. Strengthen me to walk forward with courage, obedience, and discernment as doors open and paths shift. I receive restoration, provision, healing, and favor, not for comfort, but for transformation. Anchor me in faith as everything around me realigns. Let my life become evidence of your movement. I say yes to this new season. I say yes to becoming who you have called me to be. Amen. If this prayer touched your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Take a moment to share what this message unlocked in you. Your words may become the breakthrough someone else has been praying for. Speak your desires. Write them down. Declare them. And then believe. Go to the comments and take a moment to write 999 or 777, and also share your city and where you're listening from. Let this be a quiet but powerful declaration of faith and alignment with what heaven is unfolding in your life. If you haven't already, like this message so it can reach others who are searching for hope and clarity right now. And subscribe to stay connected, not just for support, but to remain in the flow of encouragement, truth, and spiritual clarity. As we're moving toward 10,000 subscribers, your presence helps us continue building a community of believers who know that faith isn't fantasy, it's power. This space was created for your growth, your healing, and your alignment with heaven. There are new messages waiting for you, and you don't want to miss what God is unfolding next. And to everyone who supports this ministry through your comments, your prayers, or by using the Super Thanks feature, thank you. Your generosity helps this message reach the hearts God is preparing right now, far beyond what we could do alone. Stay anchored, stay alert, Stay chosen. The journey from this moment forward may not always be easy, but it will be holy, it will be purposeful, and it will be worth it. You were born for this. Amen.